Hi, it is Thursday morning, 1st of August, and it is 8 a.m. in New York. This channel is Drips Media, and I will be covering financial news from New York stock exchanges before markets open. The regular trading for the U.S. stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. My name is Daniela Drips. I will be quickly covering yesterday's closing data, main indexes, and the key companies. Please follow us online.
Good morning. This is Drips Media, live from New York. Drips Media, the revolutionary digital service that transforms the way you stay informed. With Drips Media, you get real-time news delivered in dynamic short video clips, keeping you updated on the latest headlines as they happen. Our cutting-edge technology curates and condenses top stories. Whether you're on the go or just need a quick update, Drips News ensures you're always in the know, effortlessly. Stay connected, stay informed, and experience news like never before with Drips News.
The NASDAQ also had a stellar day, closing at 17,599.4, a significant jump of 2.6% and reversing the previous day's losses. Clearly, tech stocks were back in favor with investors yesterday. Turning now to the broader market, the S&P 500 index also saw a strong performance, closing at 5,522.3. That's a gain of 1.6% on the day, effectively reversing the previous day's dip and signaling renewed investor confidence. So, what's driving this positive momentum in the markets? Well, several factors seem to be at play. Firstly, the latest economic data suggests that inflation may finally be cooling off, which has eased concerns about further aggressive interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve. Secondly, corporate earnings season has generally been better than expected, with many companies reporting strong profits despite the challenging economic backdrop. This positive sentiment is likely to carry over into today's trading session, but of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on any developments that could shift market sentiment. Let's take a closer look at some of the tech giants that contributed to the NASDAQ's impressive performance. Apple's stock closed at 222.1, a 1.5% increase, marking its fourth consecutive day of gains. This positive trend suggests growing investor confidence in the tech giant's future prospects. Meanwhile, Google also saw a rise in its share price, closing at 171.5, a gain of 0.7%. This marks the third consecutive day of gains for Google, indicating continued positive sentiment surrounding the company. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing in the tech sector. Microsoft's stock bucked the trend, closing at 418.4, a 1.1% decrease. This marks the second consecutive day of losses for the tech giant, perhaps reflecting some investor concerns specific to the company. Amazon, another major player in the tech sector, saw its stock price close at 185.5, a gain of 2.3% yesterday. This positive performance extends Amazon's winning streak to 6 consecutive days, with a 2.8% increase over the past 5 days. Shifting gears to the energy sector, ExxonMobil closed at 110.2, a slight dip of 0.5% for the day. This comes after a 5-day period where the stock saw a 1.1% decrease. Despite the recent dip, ExxonMobil has shown resilience throughout the year, boasting a 9.8% increase since the start of 2024. Finally, let's look at Tesla. The electric vehicle maker closed at 285.9, a significant jump of 3.7% yesterday. This impressive performance marks Tesla's fourth consecutive day of gains, contributing to a 4.2% increase over the past 5 days. This recent surge suggests renewed investor confidence in Tesla's growth potential. Now, let's turn our attention to some other notable performers in the tech sector. Meta Platforms, the parent company of Facebook, saw its stock price close at 474.8, a solid gain of 2.5%. This positive performance comes after a slight dip the previous day, indicating renewed investor confidence in the social media giant. NVIDIA, a leading manufacturer of graphics processing units, continued its impressive run, closing at 117.0, a significant jump of 12.8%. This marks a strong reversal for NVIDIA, which had experienced losses for the two previous trading days. The company's strong performance is likely driven by continued high demand for its chips, particularly from the gaming and data center markets. This positive performance for Meta comes after a period of some volatility for the stock. Over the past 5 days, Meta's shares have gained 2.9%, but looking back over the month, the stock is still down 5.8%. However, zooming out to the year-to-date picture, Meta has delivered impressive returns for investors, with its stock price up by a healthy 34% since the beginning of 2024. This suggests that despite some recent bumps in the road, investors remain optimistic about Meta's long-term growth prospects. The recent price action indicates that Meta's stock had a positive trend over the last 10 days, as it closed higher 6 out of the last 10 trading sessions. Now let's shift our focus to the financial sector, where we saw a mixed bag of results yesterday. American Express outperformed its peers, closing at 253.0, a modest gain of 0.2%. This marks the fourth consecutive day of gains for American Express, suggesting continued positive sentiment surrounding the company. On the other hand, Bank of America and JP Morgan both faced headwinds, with their stock prices closing at 40.3 and 212.8 respectively. Bank of America saw a 2.4% decline, reversing its previous day's gains, while JP Morgan experienced a 1.1% dip, also snapping a one-day winning streak. Meanwhile, MasterCard continued its upward trajectory, closing at 463.7, a significant jump of 3.6%. This marks the fourth consecutive day of gains for MasterCard, indicating strong investor confidence in the payment processing giant. Morgan Stanley also ended the day in positive territory, closing at 103.2, a slight gain of 0.4%. This marks the second consecutive day of gains for Morgan Stanley, suggesting some positive momentum for the investment banking giant. Finally, Visa rounded out the financial sector with a solid performance, closing at 265.7, a gain of 1.0%. This marks the fourth consecutive day of gains for Visa, further solidifying its position as a leader in the payments industry. These recent losses for Bank of America bring its 5-day performance to a decrease of 4.5%. However, despite this recent dip, Bank of America's stock has shown resilience throughout the year, boasting a 21% increase since the start of 2024. Looking at the recent price action, Bank of America's stock has experienced some volatility, with gains in only 2 out of the last 10 trading sessions. Now, let's delve into the world of cryptocurrencies, where we saw a sea of red yesterday. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, closed at 64,360.1, a slight dip of 0.4%. This marks the fourth consecutive day of losses for Bitcoin, suggesting continued bearish sentiment in the crypto market. Dogecoin, often seen as a bellwether for the meme coin market, also faced headwinds, closing at 0.1, a decrease of 1.3%. This extends Dogecoin's losing streak to 6 consecutive days, indicating a lack of investor confidence in the digital asset. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, followed suit, closing at 3,172.9, a decline of 1.8%. This marks the third consecutive day of losses for Ethereum, mirroring the broader downturn in the crypto market. This negative trend in the crypto market comes after a period of relative stability for Bitcoin. Over the past month, Bitcoin's value has remained relatively flat, with a negligible decrease of 0.4%. However, zooming out to the year-to-date picture, Bitcoin has delivered impressive returns for investors, with its price soaring by a remarkable 52% since the beginning of 2024. Despite the recent dip, Bitcoin has shown resilience over the past 10 days, closing higher in 3 out of the last 10 trading sessions.